There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you...
This is what happens when clickbait collides with conspiracy theories and buries the truth completely. A rumor has been circulating online claiming that Jada Pinkett Smith had a sexual relationship with Empire actor Bryshere Gray and that she publicly revealed this herself. And that claim is entirely false, with zero verified evidence behind it. After extensive research through credible news sources, public statements, and documented interviews, nothing connects Jada Pinkett Smith romantically or sexually to Bryshere Gray. No reputable outlet has reported such a relationship. Neither Jada nor Bryshere has ever made a statement confirming or even hinting at any involvement. And there are no court documents, no verified interviews, no reliable sources of any kind that support this. So where did it actually come from? The only mentions of any connection between these two come from unsubstantiated conspiracy theories, primarily from a singer named Jaguar Wright. Wright has made sweeping claims about various celebrities, and in interviews dating back to 2023, she alleged that Diddy, Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith engaged in inappropriate behavior at parties, and that Diddy and the Smiths blackballed Bryshere Gray after he threatened to expose them. But here's the thing. None of Wright's claims regarding Bryshere, Diddy, and the Smiths have been corroborated by a single credible source. These are allegations without evidence, repeated online until enough people started treating them as established fact.
Everybody wants to be successful and a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, times and, that's the only thing that I hate about it.
Watching him, he's with my man Charlie Mack, so Charlie was with me every...
What makes this rumor particularly damaging is that Jada did reveal a real affair, and that truth created an environment where people became far more willing to believe false things about her. Back in 2020, Jada publicly confirmed a relationship with someone, but it wasn't Bryshere Gray. The person was rapper August Alsina. Here's how that actually unfolded. In 2015, Jada attended the Wireless Festival in London to support her kids Jaden and Willow as they performed, and that's where she met August Alsina, who was a friend of Jaden's at the time. When the involvement began, August was 22 years old and Jada was 43. None of this came out through a leak or a tabloid. Jada chose to address it herself. On July 10, 2020, she sat down at her own Red Table Talk alongside Will Smith to clear everything up. And this wasn't a media ambush or an expose forced out of her. She brought herself to what she calls the Red Table, had Will ask her the questions directly, and what followed made headlines around the world. Her own words told the story plainly. Jada explained that a friendship with August developed around 4.5 years earlier, starting because he needed help with his health and mental state, and then she admitted the friendship became something more. She said, "From there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And when Will pushed her on what entanglement meant, she answered without hesitation. It was a relationship, absolutely."
Dealers.
Boy, see, this is what I'm saying. This is how we do. He says Uncle Will. He says Uncle Will. I know. We need to start right here. This is how we kick.
Me is that being a celebrity sometimes comes with, everybody wants to be successful and a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with,
Before anyone frames that as betrayal, the context she provided changes the picture significantly. When the relationship with August developed, Jada and Will were separated, actively questioning whether their marriage could survive. And this wasn't a hidden affair conducted behind Will's back during a functioning marriage. None of that matters once you understand the timeline, but people consistently leave it out. Jada also tackled a specific claim August had made publicly, namely that Will Smith gave him permission to be with Jada. She shut that down immediately, saying, "The only person that can give permission in that circumstance is myself." And she explained that August likely framed it as permission because the separation was amicable and he wanted to make clear he hadn't broken up a marriage. But permission from Will? That's not how it worked. What stands out about that Red Table Talk episode is how unguarded it was. Jada didn't frame the relationship as a mistake or a transgression. Her exact words were, "I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all," because in her view, they were separated, and she said she learned a great deal about herself through that experience, confronting emotional immaturity and doing what she described as deep healing work. Will acknowledged that people might find it strange seeing them discuss it on camera with such calm, but for them, it was years in the past, something they'd already processed through conversations, arguments, and therapy before they ever talked about it publicly. So that's the confirmed story, one affair with August Alsina, not Bryshere Gray, not anyone else with verified evidence attached. August Alsina, and that's where the documented record ends. The reason the Bryshere Gray rumor gained any traction comes down to a flawed logic people applied to Jada after her honesty. Once she admitted to the August Alsina relationship, the assumption became that more secrets must exist beneath the surface. That assumption got reinforced by the fact that Jada and Will have been openly public about having an unconventional marriage, both acknowledging they no longer maintain a monogamous bond, that they've been with other people, and that they now refer to themselves as life partners rather than a married couple. That openness about their relationship structure gave conspiracy theories the oxygen they needed. Understanding who Bryshere Gray actually is helps explain why his name got pulled into this at all. Known by his rap persona Yaz the Greatest, Bryshere rose to prominence at 22 through his role as Hakeem Lyon on Empire. But since the show ended in 2020, his career stalled completely, with no acting projects since. Personal and legal troubles followed. His landlord sued him for over $26,000 in damages after he vacated a rental property. Then, in July 2020, his ex-wife Candace Jimdar had him arrested for domestic violence after she ran into the streets seeking help from strangers, telling them Bryshere had strangled her until she lost consciousness, and police transported him to Maricopa County Jail in Arizona. Career struggles and legal visibility made him an easy name to attach to an industry conspiracy narrative. And that's exactly how Jaguar Wright's claims worked, identifying people whose circumstances fit a story about powerful figures mistreating young talent. Fitting a narrative and being true are two entirely different things, and that distinction gets lost fast online. This isn't even the only false claim in circulation about Jada. Daz Dillinger alleged in an interview that Jada had an inappropriate relationship with Chris Kelly of the rap duo Criss Cross back in 1993, when Kelly would have been 15 and Jada was 22. Jada never responded. Chris Kelly passed away from a drug overdose in 2013, and the story remains completely unverified with no corroboration from any source. Rumors also surfaced about an alleged affair between Jada and Mark Anthony on the set of her show Hawthorne, and both their representatives denied those claims outright, calling them untrue. The pattern here isn't hard to see. Jada made one honest, documented admission about August Alsina, and that honesty became the opening every unverified rumor needed. People started reasoning that if one affair was real, every rumor must carry some truth. That's not how evidence works, and that reasoning is exactly what misinformation relies on to spread. False claims travel fast because they're built for clicks. They feed the appetite for celebrity scandal, and when a public figure has already confirmed something real, the bar people set for believing the next claim drops dramatically. Facts still matter, verification still matters, and the absence of evidence is not a mystery to solve, it's an answer. The verified truth is this: Jada Pinkett Smith has never revealed any relationship with Bryshere Gray because no such relationship exists in the documented record. The one affair she has publicly confirmed was with August Alsina, which occurred during a period of separation from Will Smith in 2015. Everything else circulating about her and Bryshere Gray is unverified gossip, conspiracy theory content, and clickbait built to exploit curiosity. The next time a video claims Jada revealed some shocking new relationship, the questions to ask are straightforward. Where is the evidence? What credible source confirms this? Did Jada say this herself, or is someone else making claims without any proof to back them? Because in this case, those questions all lead to the same place: The Bryshere Gray rumor is false. Jada never revealed it because it never happened. And now you have the actual truth instead of the clickbait version.